My name is Ben Nathan. Now, the aim of this three-part video series is twofold. Firstly, it's to give you a bit of an insight into some of the things I like to avoid when trading. But more importantly, it's to show you where you're going wrong if you're not yet in a position where you're consistently profitable and happy with your results. If you are consistently profitable, then firstly, I applaud you. And secondly, this video series is not for you. So where are you going wrong? Well, as I said, the aim of this short video series is to teach you exactly that. And there's no strings attached, so this isn't to promote courses, this isn't to promote myself. This is just to pull out there some information that many mentors are avoiding disclosing. Now, why is that? Well, I can't speak for other people, but if I was to take a swinging guess as to why people aren't giving this information out, it's because the longer you make these mistakes, the more you're going to be stuck subscribing to educational services to fix those mistakes, and you'll keep on going round in circles. So that changes today. Again, no strings attached. I'm going to show you this myself. Now, not only do most educators not tell you about these mistakes, actually, the majority of courses that you've probably seen will actively encourage you to make them. So don't be surprised if as you learn these mistakes, you're quite shocked that there are educators out there encouraging you to make them. So we're going to go through those one at a time. So these lessons will be around 2 minutes each, and I'm going to show you the mistake, and I'm going to illustrate why that mistake is destroying your results. So today's video is all about knowledge. Now, with Forex, contrary to popular belief, more knowledge is less knowledge. Now, let me explain that a little bit more. Now, if you're, watching this video still, the chances are you're not happy with your results. So the chances are this isn't the first site you've seen. I'm not the first educator you've seen, and I'm sure I won't be the last. Which means you've probably got quite a strong wealth of information when it comes to the Forex markets. It's very, very rare that I speak to a student who hasn't, already purchased tens and tens of courses, sometimes hundreds, to only go around in the same circles over and over. So the reason why this is damaging is because the human mind, while it can store lots of information, it can only focus on a limited amount at any given time. So you've got to make sure when you're in the markets, your human brain is focusing in the right areas. Now, if that brain is crammed full of information, the chances are it's going to be impossible to do that. And the human brain will then focus on the wrong elements of information, and you're going to go around in circles. So to illustrate this, I'm going to use a life example of what I like to do, and that's I like to attend concerts, so musical concerts. Now, I've been to small venues, I've been to large ones, I've also been to far-filled stadium concerts. And the one thing I've learned over the time doing it is that it's very easy to be overloaded. Now, you could be the best band in the entire world, and I've seen probably most of them, but some of those best bands in the entire world have had the worst sound and I've had the worst experience. Why is that? Well, lots of these big bands have had, thousands and thousands of speakers all the way around the stadium. On top of that, there's been hundreds of thousands of people there, all with their own chants, all with their own conversations, some singing along to the music, some not. You've got footsteps, you've got people eating. There's so much going on. And then you've got these giant speakers completely filling the room, but also being distorted by all of these people. It's very difficult to take in the entire, eccentricities of the music. So it's very difficult. And what happens is, on lots of these giant gigs, you don't come home having had a good experience because your human brain hasn't been able to collate and comprehend all of the information that's going on around it. So you lose the main point of the concert, which is the music. Now, Contrary to this, I've been to many smaller gigs where, you know, you've got just a few thousand people there. Because they're a smaller upcoming band, they've got much less gear, and therefore a much more compact sound setup. But it's been focused and consistent, and because there's less going on, I've been able to absorb everything that band has had to offer. Forex is the same. It's the same principle. So if you overload an information, then the chances are you're never going to be able to focus. So what you need to do is essentially unlearn everything you've gone through so far, and essentially reassess what points have been good from the courses you've seen, what points have been bad, and you essentially need to collate and start again. It's the only way you can get past where you are now. So that's the first mistake. That's the first thing that, you know, many courses are actively encouraging you to do. So if you see courses out there advertising, you know, 10 DVD course or, you know, 20-hour course, that doesn't mean that that's going to give you good information. The chances are it's a sales tactic, and they've filled that course out to get you to buy it. So tomorrow we're going to go through a brand new mistake, and then the day after another brand new mistake. Again, things that you are probably doing right now, but you're not aware of it. So do stick around, guys, and I'll be back with the next video.